Hey everyone! So I wanted to go over the requirements for your annotated bibliography assignment that you have that's in correspondence with your research paper. But I also kind of wanted to go over just what is an annotated bibliography and why is it important for you to practice and also to understand. So starting with what is an annotated bibliography? An annotated bibliography is a summary and evaluation of research that has been completed prior to writing a formal essay. Annotations require you to summarize, analyze, and reflect on scholarly articles that are needed for a well-written essay. Essentially, this is a fancy way of saying an annotated bibliography is you vetting your sources and proving that they are reliable and that they fit in with what your main topic is of your research paper. You're proving that the sources that you've chosen are well-founded and give credible data and information that, again, is all relevant to the main part of your research paper and the main topic of your research paper. So what is the purpose of an annotated bibliography? And I guess I already went over this a little bit in the last slide, but in order for you to fully and accurately comprehend the topic you are studying, an annotated bibliography is necessary. Creating these annotations will help you organize and categorize your subtopics as well as understand their most important aspects. Also, the last few sentences of your annotations require you to reflect on how you intend to use the information in your paper, which is a form of pre-writing. So although this seems like maybe some extra work that you don't find absolutely necessary, one, it helps you understand why you're using the sources that you're using, which in certain cases might actually help you reflect on, is this what I need for my research paper, or should I be finding other information? And it also helps you kind of start writing your research paper because you're telling the reader, or you're telling me in this case, how you're going to use this information in your paper and the importance of this information for your paper. So a lot of what you're incorporating into your annotated bibliography, especially at the end, is information that's going to go into your paper. It's almost a form of, as it says there, pre-writing and organization for your final topic of your, or your final product of your research paper. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at an example of an annotation for an annotated bibliography. So this part right up here is the actual citation, right? So this is what would go in your bibliography at the end, is this citation right here. So the author's name, publishing date, any year or the title of the work, and any other people who were involved in the publishing of this work, right? And then this is the annotation for that citation. So as you notice, it is about half a page to 3/4 of a page double spaced, which is also going to be your expectation. And don't worry, I'll review the expectations for your annotated bibliography in this video as well. But so after the citation, then we have the actual annotation. And the annotation says, the authors, graduate students from Michigan State University. So you're telling, or in this case, this writer is telling us who the authors of the article are. Examine the importance of self-focus in the goal-setting process. Their study aims to analyze the effect that goal setting has on future performance as opposed to past performance without goals. Subjects in this study were assessed based on their archival records for the past 3 months as well as their future performance success of the 3 months following the questionnaire. The results of the study show that having high goals and self-determination leads to high performance. Those who did not set goals were not as successful as those subjects that did. I intend to use this article as evidence to support my claim that setting goals does lead to greater success. So this citation or this annotation tells us who the writers are, kind of vets their credibility, and then tells what the general aim of the study was, how this writer intends to use this information in their research paper, and basically just giving us the generic information that we need to know from this citation. So as you can see here, this is a great form of pre-writing. This is information that you can use in your research paper to thoroughly explain your research that you found from that particular source. And then it just says at the bottom here, notice that the annotation appropriately summarized the scholarly article and also explains how the writer intends to use the article in their essay. This is an excellent example to keep track of in terms of when you're writing your annotations. Refer back to this and see if yours kind of follows along with this same pattern, because this is a really great example of that, which this is also available for you to look at on Canvas, so that way you don't have to keep coming back to the video to look at it. So now we're actually going to look at your bibliography assignment directions. Now keep in mind, this is a test grade. Each one of your annotations is going to be 10 points. Most of you will probably be online students who are watching this video unless you're refreshing on some of this information. And I do have a Google Doc set up for you to schedule conferences with me to review your annotated bibliography before you turn it in on Canvas. So please utilize that opportunity if you need it, especially because, like I said, it's a test grade and I want to make sure that you do well. So purpose of this assignment is to help you organize and categorize the information you gathered during research. So I have a few steps here. Think of the topic you selected for your annotated bibliography. Select 4 of the 6 scholarly articles related to your topic. So on your last assignment, you had to choose 6 articles. You will have to use all 6 of those articles in your final research paper, but for the annotated bibliography, you only need to choose 4 to actually write annotations on. Take note of the most significant information in each article that you wish to include in your annotations or in each database or statistic. And then you're going to create an APA formatted annotated bibliography in Word or Google Docs. Be sure to properly format it by looking at the examples and YouTube video provided on Canvas. So this is obviously the YouTube video that I'm giving you. Apologies, no, I have a separate YouTube video that I'm going to be posting where somebody actually shows you how to format your bibliography or your annotated bibliography in APA format. I have a different video. There's lots of videos that go on this year. My note to you there is your final research paper will be in MLA format. However, the annotated bibliography should be in APA format. Don't stress too much about the formatting at this moment. If I have any major concerns over your format, I'll make sure to address it in our conferences. So the requirements for this assignment. You will have a minimum of 4 annotations. Your annotations should all relate to the topic you were assigned. Your annotations should be a minimum of half a page, double-spaced, half a page to 3/4 a page. Your annotations should be formatted in APA style. Your annotations should be grammatically correct and well thought out. Your annotations should not be copy and pasted from the article. These should be in your words only. So a checklist to go over while you're creating your annotated bibliography and after you created it is a development. Check for any fragments or run-on sentences. Put a star next to any paragraph that is not fully developed or you think is confusing. Read annotations out loud. Do they sound competent and professional? Punctuation and organization. Look for lack of commas and missing periods at the end of sentences. Ineffective transition statements. Formatting. This is, again, just refreshing on that APA format. Check to make sure the annotations are in alphabetical order by the author's last name. Check to make sure the margins are all 1 inch. Is the font Times New Roman, size 12? And are the citations correctly formatted in APA format? And then, of course, grammar, circle any misspelled words throughout the annotations, underline any capitalization errors, and then this is actually the final rubric that you'll get graded on for the annotated bibliography. So you can go ahead and take a look at that. This is all on Canvas for you to look at as well, but I wanted to make sure I explained it in this video for you. That is all the information I have to go over in this video. However, if there's anything that's still confusing or you need help on anything, please, please, please reach out to me as soon as possible. I will be more than happy to help you out. And then again, make sure that once you've worked on your annotated bibliography and you have a pretty well-developed rough draft done, that you schedule a conference with me via Zoom on that Google Doc that I provided on Canvas, so that way I can meet with you and talk to you about your annotated bibliography before you submit the final for the test grade. Otherwise, again, let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.